chance gone for Orlando Pirates.
Something very evident, Mark, listen, is that yes, Bakdela might not be looking that effective at the moment, but look at the distance from the midfielders of Orlando Pirates from him. Manyisa is playing a little bit too far, and as a result, even when he does get the ball, it takes him time to find assistance and options to be able to play the ball to. So he's forced to hold on to the ball a bit longer and eventually gives it.
Mahamutsa with a long throw. Chance here for Manyisa. He's going to leave it for Tsumayelo. They've got a good clearance in there, did Leopards. Matlaba. Now it hangs up. Bakdela. Clate will try the shot. He's on target, but not the necessary power to trouble goalkeeper Ngome.
Not too many of those high balls are going to work out. Bakdela is not the biggest of strikers to be able to win all of them.
A little bit of theatrics there from Bebe. Referee not interested. It's a good official tonight from Mauritius. He's rated amongst the best on the African continent. He's done 3 Nations Cups before, so they've got some experienced referees at this stage of the tournament. Perhaps a lot better than they had in the prelim rounds, where there were certainly plenty of dubious decisions. Strong challenge from Tsumayelo. He will always leave a little bit of an imprint, won't he?
Strong man in the midfield. He's not afraid to get stuck in, and he's got a good engine about him. He'll always be, each time he gets the ball, he doesn't look anywhere but forward.
Did you see that smile on his face when the Congolese player fell down? Mission accomplished.
I think he knew exactly what the kind of damage that he did.
His nickname Debo perhaps doesn't suggest how strong he is. He comes away unscathed, happy with the call, and then turns around, has a look, sees the other player go down, and breaks into a big smile. And Seda is receiving treatment at the moment. Sorry, Muzita, who switched over here onto this right-hand side. He was the man who hit the ball against the crossbar earlier on. Now back live with Bakdela. Turns 2 defenders. Can he keep going? There are 3 around him. Jali drives it towards Clate at the back post. Happy Jale. Now it's floated in once more. Bakdela off target. The man from Neisner in his debut here tonight for the Buccaneers.
Can I take the chance to correct you?
Please.
Yes, Neisner is the closest town for me. Comes from, in fact, to be precise, George.
Ah, okay. That's right next door.
Yes.
George is bigger than Neisner, actually. Tavo September is from Neisner.
That's right. I was there just during the off-season. Tavo September, of course, launched his foundation, Tavo September Foundation.
There's some good work with the kids there. You had a tournament there, but wasn't Zuma there as well? Siso Zuma, that is.
Mamini Young, Kemet Erasmus, all those guys were there, including
yourself. What were you doing with the big boys?
I was a guest of honor, please, Christy.
Is that a corner? It is, says the linesman from Mauritius. Good work from Bebe. Skipper leading by example here, and he's been a bit of a handful for this defence. Over the head of Muir, a free header in there as well, and Orlando Pirates certainly guilty of ball watching on that corner. They might well have been caught. There were 2 players at the back post for Leopards, completely unchallenged.
New defensive pairing, and for Orlando Pirates, obviously, Roy Mahmoud hasn't played that much alongside Kaka. And for me, that, of course, around this time, coaches are still trying to find the combinations that will work. So I'm surprised that Rocha hasn't quite found the winning formula defensively. But I think the biggest challenge is, of course, is the injuries.
Happy to play it back to the goalkeeper here, Leopards. Remember, a draw for them would be a valuable point away from home in this group competition. Traditionally, of course, home ground advantage is a massive factor, and Pirates have got all the conditions in their favour. Cold weather here tonight, it really is nippy. There's a wind chill factor that's pretty low, I reckon. Plus the altitude, nighttime kickoff. All be fairly novel for these Congolese players, but they've adapted well. Now, earlier on, this was that corner, and look at those two players there, William. Completely unmarked. Where was Jele? He's the skipper and out of position.
And you look at where there are a lot of Pirates where two, in fact, about four were guarding the goalposts, and they're leaving all the green shirts unmarked into that 6 yards area. It's not the way to go about it.
Jali. Jele wants to go on the run. Clayt has lost the ball there. That'll be a throw into Leopards. He doesn't like that call. Tonight's match will be closely followed, one would fancy, by Al Ahly, who play Pirates next, and by Zamalek, who are away in Congo in 2 weeks' time. In this little town of Dolisi, it's about 150 kilometers away from the capital. They play on an artificial turf there in a small stadium. They've had a lot of success. Leopards winning their first league title in Congo last year. They play their season in the calendar year. They start in February, March, end in round about October. So they're right in the middle of business, looking to defend their league title at 2 points ahead on their local log. Here's Jali. Good challenge in the middle, taken away by Mfutu. And now down that left-hand side goes Seda. Stopped in his tracks again. Jali. Yeni running into the middle. They're dealing fairly comfortably with those high balls floated in. Dane Clayt will win the free kick there for Orlando Pirates as Leopards get caught in possession. Another opportunity from the free kick here for the Buccaneers. We wonder early on in the second half, William, whether this game is not crying out for a bit more of a physical presence for Orlando Pirates in that penalty area. Collins and Basuma, for example.
That would be the right call.
There's Dane Clayt to the back post. Too strong. Mahamutsa, who likes to get it forward for those set pieces, was the last man chasing. Fairly brave goalkeeper with that almost summer look about him in his uniform. Many of his fellow teammates have got gloves on, and if they could, they'd be wearing hoodies here against the cold. Sumayelo. Jali. Wide to Matlaba. Lovely ball from Andile Jali. Good cover defense from Muzita as well. Nicks it away. They've got time to clear with Nzamba Mombo. And then the foul on Mahamutsa from Nde.
I think Nde is experiencing similar problems from his team. They also are not as supportive as they would like. So even when he does get the ball, it takes a bit of time for them to get close enough to support him.
Now they try from long range. Ganze to the byline, and Ganze has got the corner. Well, it's the set pieces where Pirates have looked the most vulnerable, so anxious times now for the Buccaneers and for their supporters.
Particularly that it's heading to that half-time break where the tendencies for concentration levels to drop a little.
Similar situation, this time Sifiso Myeni. Away he goes. Myeni to the byline, drags it back, and Clayt fails to get a touch on, and Leopards are living dangerously.
It's funny that Léopards this time they use the wide position. They look very dangerous. Matlaba did it just now, and then Myeni. That's where he's at his best. He's able to find himself a bit of space in those very tight positions. Very skillful indeed. And he did try to pull it back. Except that Clayt had gone a little ahead of the action.
Best chance of the night, it must be said. It could have been a simple tap-in. Lovely work. And Myeni bited the second attempt, left the defenders for dead. And the anxious stretch there from Clayt to try and get onto it. Now there's a Congolese player. This is Nzamba Mumbo, who was done here by Myeni, and well, Myeni perhaps a little lucky there. I think he knew it at the moment, at that particular moment, and somehow he got away with it. Will take the throw in, and again they're making a bit of currency down the line. That ball was kicked against the Pirates defender by Lakolo, and Nkodia has the throw in again. Forward by Clayt, and again the Leopards throw in. Big night tonight for Roger Desai. He had some experience in African competition with Wits when they played in the old Cup Winners' Cup and Confederation Cup, but this competition is a new experience for him. It's a lot tougher here. Would have learned that in Mazembe, in Lubumbashi in the previous round, and in Zambia as well. And you remember they started with a fairly comfortable. 2 minutes of stoppage time have been added on. Can they get a goal before the break? A big morale boosting goal it would be. Well, for Leopards, they will be saying to themselves, William, another 45 minutes. If we can hold out here in away points, they'll be happy with that. This is a game the Buccaneers really do need to win. They've got much stronger opposition in El Ahly and Zamalek ahead of them. And you want to get these 3 points behind your name and morale up, confidence going. Clayt unable to control it there.
The whole idea, of course, about his games is, as always, to try and win your home games. All your home games, and see if you can still draw away from home. So I think this is what the Pirates will be looking to achieve. Right now, I think they've gone about the right way, but there's not enough action in that area.
Myeni, Matlaba, time's running out here. Jali, and the clearance away, and with less than a minute to go, maybe some thoughts from you, William, as we head towards half-time.
A lot of indecision by Léopards. I felt like they were very tentative in the beginning stages. They didn't really take this game by the scruff of the neck. It's only now that they're beginning to really look like a team that wants to score.